Welcome back to the second half of the Bobby Dupre Show. We certainly hope that you enjoyed the first half. If you missed it, of course, it replays on Friday morning at 7 a.m., Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m., and of course, the radio program is only on the Thursday morning at 7 a.m. But
you can
interstate, the interstate.
The internet.
It's like the interstate.
It's like the interstate
It's
around the world.
all over the internet. You can watch it whenever you feel like it. And we also have some previously recorded, probably 6 or 8 that stay archived.
And photos and all that too. Photo gallery of all
we have
our
a photo
photos.
gallery probably of all the pictures we've ever shown.
Pretty close. And I'll introduce you all to Bobby's co-host, Andrew Guitro. Good morning.
I forgot again.
Well, just to make sure. Sometimes we might get new viewers.
Well, I had kind of heard a rumor that you might have been looking to go on another program.
Well,
so I didn't know if I needed to still, be nice and kind to you.
Nothing can be announced until the governor, until Governor Edwards is out of house arrest. Nothing can be announced. That's what I understand. The feds require.
Yeah.
So
they're very...
if I'm being considered or not being considered, I couldn't say. Regardless,
I
you see,
because
how that would work.
Yeah, because he's not supposed to be working on
That's
deals
right.
like that.
Not
yet.
till after.
What about Greg Martinez? You were going to talk. No, you were going to talk about 2 sponsors.
Okay,
first.
I'll do that. How about Benny's Supermarket? Because God knows, people think we don't even have any sponsors on this show the way we were going.
We have
Benny's Supermarket, patriotic
Hope
price.
you're enjoying it.
Yeah, because I know we are. Patriotic price cuts for July the 4th weekend. This is big July the 4th, Monday. Most of y'all are closed on Monday, but you're going to have all weekend to play. Friday's going to be busy for most people. It's the first of the month, so it's still going to be pretty busy at your office.
The money comes into town.
You can't leave at 8 in the morning this Friday because you got to deposit them checks as your customers come to pay you. But after that, go by Mr. Benny, spend a little bit of money after you get your payroll check. Go see fresh, sweet corn on the cob, sweet cantaloupes as well. I went this week and I got a bunch of those beautiful plums and apples and grapes. 2 pounds of seedless grapes. I'm watching my weight, You're looking at me funny.
You lost a few pounds.
I'm trying to stay healthy. So I eat a lot of fruit during the day. Let me tell you, best of the best fruit. They win every year in the competition. The plate dinners are excellent if you want the heavy rice and gravy with some stewed meat, enough to feed 2 people in 1 plate. If you want them to cater your events for weddings, summertime is, June brides. Go get them to cater your stuff. They'll do white coats. If you just want something for a party you're having, maybe for 4th of July weekend, they do chicken wings, all kind of things together. I don't really do pig wings or not, but they do some things like that. You can get all that there. Miss Mary's gift shop with a great gift selection. And Little Benny Sport Shack, let me tell you, this week I didn't have time for lunch one day. And my wife texted me. She says, I know you didn't go to lunch. Why don't you get you a smoothie from... First, I got the thing that just said smoothie. I thought she was telling me I was being sweet to her. Then I'm like, what are you talking about?
You were wishing that's what she would be saying.
And she said, go see Little Benny, get you a smoothie. So I picked up a smoothie for me and my little girl. And I went and I picked her up. And boy, I was drinking that smoothie. She says, boy, I wish you'd have gotten me one. I said, wait, hang on. I just had it right there in the console. So anyway, go by Benny's Supermarket here in Annapolis. They will hook you up with all kind of great food. And one more sponsor. How about Carl's Thrifty Way?
Charlie Jagno was calling me, but we'll call him later.
Yeah,
He's
Charlie
at work.
wait.
I know the number over there at Clerk of Court's office.
Carl's Thrifty Way, all your medicinal needs, prescription, over-the-counter, gifts, home decorating ideas. They'll actually go to your house to help you with home decorating ideas. They do gift wrapping, they do monogramming, do it all there. They got those nice, Lamborghini type lamps that are real expensive with expensive oils, but you can get the also like that. That's not as expensive to make your house still smell good. Go by Carl's Thrifty Way. Now you go ahead and say something. I'm going to interrupt you in a minute now, so hurry.
Oh, we were going to talk about...
Greg Martinez.
Greg Martinez, one more time.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Greg, again. They're going to be the show that is going to take place. They're going to tape
Swamp and Roll
at Casa Ole right here on the service road in Opelousas, Louisiana. They're going to be taping this next Wednesday, and that's, I think he said, the 6th. If you'd like to go around 5:36, you could have your dinner, then you could watch it, and if you feel like dancing, they are an excellent dance band. They have 2, possibly 3 horns. And anytime you have a horn, you automatically come up with some good music. Just like when our district attorney walks up and gets on the stage and plays that sax he plays, it brings the music out.
I know Sid Johnese plays there. Mike Ritter, that's some names people know. Charles Vaught plays the keyboards. People recognize all these names. And this is the guy that, wasn't it Donald Trump? That signed him some kind of huge contract
years ago. That's right. So this is not a fly-by-night. This is a real guy.
Good
and
deal.
he lives right here near Opelousas, right on the outskirts.
Dixie Storage, all your storage needs. Maybe you're putting stuff away for the child going to school this fall. Maybe you're renovating your house. Maybe you're a businessman that, why have a bunch of warehouses that you have to maintain yourself when all you really need to do is leave a couple of parts in strategic places in your circle and around the parish. Dixie Storage can help you with all that. They've got everything from the small units that are climate controlled, the bigger units that are not climate controlled. You can put, the climate controlled units, you can go in, plug your RV in. You can bring your boats in. Little bitty units to put just a handful of electronics in. They've got railroad spur access. If the stuff you're getting has to come off of a huge railroad car, they've got the forklifts to pick that up and put that in warehouses. They do inventory control for you as well throughout St. Larry Parish. And don't forget their sister company, A Plus Glass, with locations in Opelousas and in Lafayette, that does glass installations for personal, commercial, your cars, and inspections from the littlest tiny subcompact up to the biggest tractor trailer 18-wheeler.
That is correct. Another young man that I'd like to congratulate for being so nice and professional. I needed a Harley-Davidson battery for my Harley-Davidson Softail Spring, I might add. Beautiful bike, but I needed a battery. I went over to Harley-Davidson. Jeremy, the young man working the counter that afternoon, was a real professional. He also sold me a little trickle charger that you attach, and he says, I'd recommend, Mr. Bobby, the Harley, because it goes along with this battery. And he said, these batteries are expensive, but they last for years if properly taken care of. So Jeremy, thanks for being so nice, and good morning to Mr. Adam Hebert, the owner of Cajun Harley-Davidson.
Dr. Carrie Thibodeau, if you want to get any kind of surgery done, Dr. Carrie Thibodeau is a board-certified general surgeon in all aspects of vascular surgery and wound care. You can go by there. He does everything from appendectomies to breast biopsies, gallbladders to colonoscopies, and more. He's been now in Opelousas, I guess it's 20 years that he's been there. And I know a lot of times you and I will open up the paper and read about him training other doctors all throughout the United States on new cutting-edge type therapies that are available for both wound treatment and for cardiovascular type surgeries. So go by Dr. Carrie Thibodeau in the Opelousas General Healthcare System.
Our friends over in Port Barre at the Global House of Praise Christian Refuge Center in Port Barre on 268 Pacific Street, what you call it? The old OG track. The Reverend Bobby Gradney and his parishioners invite you to go by on Thursday, June 30th. That is today. June 30th,
Thursday night, that's right.
7 p.m. And they're going to have a well-renowned speaker, motivator, Kate McVeigh Ministries will be there.
From Michigan.
And Michigan. God wants to favor you. And the Reverend Bobby Gradney has really done a great job of bringing in people to church. And while it's not the faith that a church I go to, they're looking at the same God. And that's really what they're bringing in people that I guess a lot of them were Catholics at one time, and they slipped by, but at least they're going to church, and we commend people like Bobby Gradney, who has plans for an even larger church. So hands off to him. He wants us to go by and visit one Sunday, and we'll do that.
Quality portable buildings. If you need a portable building, custom made, whatever you're looking for, Quality Portable Buildings can help you right there on I-49 at exit 23. You can use them for garages. You can use them for barns, storage, outdoor kitchens, offices, beauty shops, all kind of things. Why don't you show that picture big screen? There you go, Matt. That wasn't it. That other button. You can go by there, and they've also got propane sales. You need to fill your propane bottles up. There you go. Now you got it. And also, if you need U-Haul rentals, They do that as well at Hugh Guidry's. Of course, he's been God has done a lot of business with us over the years here at KDCG, and has become one of our guys we talk about. Good guy. Go by on Saturdays as well. You know, a lot of these different places you can't go by during the week because you got to work.
And he's
by his place.
He's a good businessman, so he'll understand what your need is.
And get a taste by going to his qualityportablebuildings.com.
Exit 23.
And get a good look at it first, and go by and tell him what you're looking for.
After Mass last Sunday in Washington, went over to the little Citgo station, as I mentioned earlier, saw George Parker. He belongs to the Presbyterian Church here in Opelousas. He was all dressed up. They dress up in suits. We dress down, I guess. We don't dress like that anymore.
I wear
Used
my,
to when I was a kid.
I wear my jacket.
Well, good, yeah, but you getting close. You want that other jacket, that black jacket with that white collar.
That ain't happening.
But I should call him Uncle George because he was actually married to my aunt, Jane Dupre,
Sure.
Daddy's sister. And never did call him Uncle. And I apologized to him, so I'm going to start calling him Uncle George.
There you go.
Very fine. He visited Mama when Mama was in the nursing home. Periodically, you could set your clock on it. He was coming to visit Mama. You don't forget little things like that.
Sure.
Very, very good man. Hails from Grand Prairie, Louisiana. His large tract of land that he owns is directly across from the Catholic Church in Grand Prairie. While there, saw Jack Artigo, another cousin of mine.
That's Dr. Jack?
Dr. Jack, that's correct. And he was
him.
there. He was going to pick up some barbecue dinners with Charlie's, you know, the service station man that works 7 days a week. Congratulations to you, Charlie. Jack was bragging on how good those plate lunches are that you sell there. Jack had a story. He wanted me to talk to a lady, Miss Jean McManus. He called me on Monday, gave me her a telephone number in Eunice, Louisiana. She is coming up, she's going to be selling urns, keepsake urns, and we'll get one on the program and show it. I don't know if she's got a finished product yet, but Jack thinks that it's going to be urns you can use for different purposes. You could use it for a candle holder or what, but you can also use it for burial type. And I'm anxious to see it. She's 80 years old. She sounds with the energy of a 20-year-old.
There you go.
So, Miss Jean, nice talking with you. I'm waiting to get a little bit more information from you.
Well, while you're on Washington, how about Steamboat Warehouse? Get Mama away from the smell of her own cooking. Go to the Steamboat Warehouse right now. Let me tell you, it's June. Sycamore Point soft shell crabs. You know the seafood there, excellent. Highest quality, freshest of the fresh. Chef owner Jason Hugay, he's not out there buying that out of some kind of distributor that's selling that in a frozen box, that when you get that's been picked up somewhere overseas from some other country, and they call that like catfish or like a crab with a K on the front. Real deal. Go to Steamboat Warehouse. Steaks, excellent, high quality, well cut steaks. You go back there, I've seen him when he's serving lobster. Them lobsters ain't coming out the freezer. Them lobsters, the whiskers is doing like that. He got the cleaver out and he's chasing them around. I mean, it's fresh seafood. Go by Steamboat Warehouse in Washington, Louisiana. And one more sponsor before we go to break from Washington. Washington State Bank. All your banking needs, personal and commercial loans. If you need...
Just renewed mine. It went by just as simple. I mean, they still do hometown banking. I want to thank Sue and Mr. Hogruder for the way they handled the renewal.
And 24/7 banking. Whatever you need online. You worried about your bank account? You want to know how much is online? How much you have accessible to you? You want to know what is cleared? Just log into their website. If you've got an account, they give you a password and a username. You look in, you can see all your checks front and back. You can look up all the information. You can pay your bills online. So that bill is due on the 5th, let's say. A lot of people got bills due now this month on the 5th. You know, the banks are going to be closed the 2nd, the 3rd, 4th of July. But online, you pay all that, you take care of that. It'll be paid on time. You don't have to worry about no late fees. Take care of everything with Washington State Bank. And KSLO will see you on the other side of 3.
During our break, I was able to talk to Kathy and Beth, who run the operation up front, the office,
the business side.
The business end of it. And they must have heard, do they listen to the show while we're taping it? Because they're getting ready to call Julie and Chris, the two young